In central Maryland, there is a lesser-known, smaller park that gets overshadowed by some of the larger amusement parks in the area. But let's talk about our visit to Adventure Park USA. Hey everybody, this is Greenbean with Full Time Coaster Tour, the only family that sold it all to ride them all. And our full-time coaster tour took us to Maryland, where we were able to stumble upon this gem of an amusement park just outside of Frederick, Maryland, which is about 45 minutes due west of Baltimore, just about an hour northwest of Washington, D.C. And this place is great. Again, it's a smaller park. It's not on the same level as, say, a Six Flags or a Cedar Fair Park or a Busch Gardens or anything like that. But it has so much to offer. Look at this interior right now. It has one of those large arcades where you can get tickets and take them over to the prize wall. And you see here they have the ropes course above you, and they even have some really cool virtual reality which you can see going on here. But for us, as cool as it is inside, and we did have a good time in there, for us, what we're really going to get into is what's outside of this park. Now, it is just beautiful. They have this Western theme going on. You can see it all over the place. They're very committed to their Old West theme. Even some of the rides have names like Wild West and Tumbleweed. For a smaller park like this to be this well themed is really such a cool aspect of what they're offering at Adventure Park USA. And they have a lot of the smaller rides such as Tilt-A-Whirls and Scramblers. You can see here the teacups. But they also have 3 coasters, which is really the reason that we found it so important to get over there. And you can see here some more of the Wild West theming with the gem mining. It's really an interesting place, and they have a lot of cool things going on there. But this is our first coaster of the day, the Tumbleweed from Myler Manufacturing. It's a fun little junior oval. This actually used to be at Ocean City, Maryland, and they didn't allow adults on it, which is neat because I wouldn't have been able to get the coaster credit if it wasn't out here at Adventure Park USA. And this is their Scrambler, which they were working on. They were installing a new operating system, so it'll be open for the season this year, but it wasn't open when we were there. This brings us to the main coaster for me, being a Schwarzkopf Wildcat model. This coaster is well traveled. It was all over the place. Steel Pier in Atlantic City. It was actually at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg for a little while, called Wildcats or something, Wildcats, something along those lines with a German theme. But this thing, it's unassuming. It looks like one of those old Pinfaris or maybe an old Zier coaster, but this is a Schwarzkopf, and it is so deceivingly smooth. It's an incredible coaster. I know it doesn't look like much, being a traveling type of coaster, but I gotta say we were delighted with it, and we're gonna show you a point of view in a few seconds on this coaster. But one of the things I wanted to point out was when we went there, this coaster thankfully was open. It was closed for a slight refurbishment before we got there, and I'm very grateful that it was open when we went there. So let's take a look at our POV, our point of view from Wildcat, the Schwarzkopf coaster. Oh man, do I love a good Schwarzkopf coaster. So that was a delight. It's worth the trip all by itself, but as you can see here, there are numerous other attractions, and one of the cool things that they do is that if there's not a ride operator at any of the attractions that you visit, you can text right there that number express, and a ride operator will rush right out there and take care of getting you on the ride, which is very, very nice. And it's another neat wrinkle that they have going on here at Adventure Park USA. Now, this is going to take us to the final coaster of the day, a unique coaster that was not open when we were there, unfortunately. They were taking care of some of the updating and refurbing to this coaster the day that we arrived. This is the Wild West Express, a Zamperla Windstorm model, which interestingly is the only version of this particular model on the planet. So it's really cool looking. This was actually down at Fun Spot Kissimmee when it was called Old Town down there in Florida. And look at all the high bank turns. That's why they call it the Windstorm, because it gives you this illusion with all these helixes of spinning round and round. So unfortunately, like I said, we weren't able to get on it, but such is life. Here's another view of the Wildcat from the go-kart section. They have a really nice go-kart track here at Adventure Park USA. Everything immaculately clean and respectful. They did a really good job of keeping the line short. They just do a good job of, with their flow on the go-karts. As you can see here, the go-kart track is nice and long. Like I said, super clean. Look at the garage there. Look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good as far as go-kart tracks are concerned. So another really cool aspect of Adventure Park is their version of the snack bar is actually a smokehouse barbecue joint called the Whistle Stop, and everybody there was just raving about it. It's a legitimate restaurant as opposed to just a snack bar type of a thing. So in conclusion, my visit to Adventure Park was fantastic, and this was a place, like I said, that wasn't necessarily on the radar when you're looking over all the Cedar Fair parks and Six Flags. But I want to tell you, if you're in the state of Maryland or even in southern Pennsylvania, it really is worth the time and effort to get on over there. It's a full day of fun, and we couldn't be more grateful for having found this place. Don't forget, if you want to follow our full-time coaster tour, like and subscribe. We're about to head to the Northeast next. We hope to see you all there.